know what's going on. Just going on to your page right now. Hold on.
Okay,
You can go live anytime you want. I'm ready.
we're live.
Okay. All right, now I have you.
We are live.
Hello, everyone. I'm just looking for you, Nana. Here we go. All right.
On me?
I found you, my friend. I want to be
I
able to
gotta
read
find
the
me.
chat at the same time. All right, so let me set myself up over here. I have my pineapple that I was just putting in a bag because I want to let it ripen a little bit more. And I also want to make sure I don't bring fruit flies into my house. So you know, Nana Patty, I'm over that. You know what I did?
What'd you do?
Bought these bags from the $1.25 tree.
Yeah,
And they say that the best way to store fruit is, you know, of course, a bag with like ventilation in it, like this, got little tiny holes.
mm-hmm.
You know, I actually think it does help. I started
What
getting
tree?
tired of, you know, throwing away fruit.
Yeah,
You know, either it's too ripe or not ripe enough. But Costco sent me 2 pineapples instead of 1.
yeah.
So I cut the top off to make it fit in the bag. And another piece of useless information. And I'll give one to
Never.
Mom. All right, so let's get into our friends.
Well, wait. We'll let a few people come in
Okay, so
before
I'll
we get
continue
started.
with my pineapple. And then I'm getting another Instacart order. We did Costco and Stop and Shop because he's still working all day from home. And now he's got to go see his mom and the whole 9 yards, you know, every day is the same.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to say
Lizzie.
she's, you know, she's kind of on the severe decline. So tonight's prayers, we have to really, like, I want you to help me focus in on her.
Okay,
Okay?
we can do that.
Yeah. I
We
need
can do
people.
that.
Yeah. So anyway. And let me know if I'm not coming through on the live. Oh, we got to show you this, guys. Look, I bought Nunu
Cut
a
out.
toy. I
Cut out
thought
every once in a
Nunu
while.
would, like, he was going to be lonely because I don't have a little stuffed friend for him, and I have one for Julian. So he really believes that this is his little friend.
Dogs.
He really loves the
Hey.
toy. So this is his no little. We should name him, right? We should have a thing where we give him a name. Do you love your little friend, Nunu?
Hey, Lucy, how you doing today?
Why can't I
Willie.
see the chat?
Shut up, Willie.
Why can't I
Oh my
find my
gosh.
chat?
Can't find the chat?
I'm so bad. Oh, I found it. Hi, Lucy
Found it?
J. I
She
hope
just now got a
everybody, I
notification.
hope as many people come as possible because I think it would be really good for us to help each other. You know.
Deb's here.
Oh, hi, Deb. Like help other people.
Hi, Lisa.
You keep
How are you
cutting out.
doing, darling?
Hi, Nana.
Hi. Lisa, you keep cutting out some.
I know I'm a little worried about it. I've had some problems here with the Wi-Fi. Oops. I was just showing everybody Deb, Nunu's little friend.
Hey, Christiane.
Hi,
Christiane's here.
Christiane. All right, so, oh my God,
Hi.
my brain seems
Hi,
like
Christiane.
scattered today.
Hi, my video's not on, right?
No,
Huh?
I can't see you right now.
Hi, everybody.
Can't see me.
You okay?
Hey, Christiane.
I'm
You feel any
sick.
better?
No, I'm better than
What's
yesterday, but
going on, honey? Christiane?
I'm
She's sick
sick.
What?
I'm
with the
sick.
crud.
Oh, poor
Yeah.
baby. What's wrong?
She's got the
Well,
crud.
I don't
Oh,
know. I didn't
no.
go to the doctor. I'm just really
Think you're gonna
sick.
need to?
Why can't I hear you well?
No, I think I just need to rest. I'm gonna take a nap.
That's a good idea. I hope you feel okay enough to sleep. Sometimes when I'm sick, I can't even sleep because I feel so sick.
That's all I've
But
been doing is sleeping.
yeah. Oh, honey, I hope you feel better soon.
Mm-hmm. Me
We don't
too.
like that.
I just wanted to come up and say hi.
Oh, Lucy J said that she never got a notification. How many days have you been sick?
Since Monday,
Monday.
Sunday, since Sunday,
That's a
Sunday.
while. Are you the same? Or you better? Or do you feel
I
worse?
feel better today than I have been.
Okay. Yeah, sometimes you feel better, but you don't look better.
Yeah,
Or you sound bad, depending
yeah.
on what you have.
I
I'm
need an
sorry.
antibiotic.
Have you heard from Jackie? It's going right to voicemail when I call.
No, I texted her last night and she didn't answer me.
I'm
I'm worried.
worried.
I have to be honest, I'm worried about Jackie.
I'm really
Mhm.
worried.
Me too. I wish that we had contact with it. Well, do we have any contact with a family member? What about
I'm
her
on,
No,
son? No?
I'm on her Facebook. I can get to her daughter probably.
Yeah.
maybe you could get in touch with her.
I've been trying now. Her phone's going straight to voicemail, and when I message her, it just says delivered. She's not reading them, so I'm really worried.
You can't stand it.
Yeah,
I wish we lived closer.
I
Like I would
know.
go over and check on her.
the last count I had was gonna lay down and take a nap.
That's
What
what she
day?
said. Yeah, I remember that.
That was Thursday, right?
That was last night.
I'm gonna get my speaker because I can't hear you girls.
Okay, maybe she's
She,
just resting.
she had just gotten home.
That's not really like her though. If
She
she
was
can
taking
hold
a
that
nap.
phone in her hand, she will. I'm gonna
I
put my
know.
speaker on, girls, because like
All right, I'm gonna go lay
Can I get
down.
in touch with her daughter?
I just wanted to say hi. Yeah, I'm gonna try.
Okay. And we're gonna
Um,
go live tonight?
yeah, that's why I'm gonna take a nap.
Okay.
Hope you
And
feel better.
I haven't seen anybody in 2 weeks.
I know. We miss you.
And my husband's, I don't know what they're gonna do with my husband.
Hmm? Oh, but I
Yeah.
can't hear you.
I said, yeah, I'm gonna take a nap.
Okay, honey.
Okay.
Get some good rest.
Okay, love you guys. Bye.
Talk to you later.
Bye.
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 Love you.
Love you.
Love you guys.
Hey, Tobert. Hey, Chris. Hey, Pussycat.
Lisa D, are you talking to us?
We can't hear you, Lisa.
Still can't hear you.
Nothing. Try calling back in. I don't know if you can hear me. Well, Pussycat, we can't hear Lisa. Christine's just here. She's sick. Deb's up here with us. Deb on the move. Hmm. Oh, Lisa. How are you today, Deb?
Oh, feeling much better.
Oh, good. I'm so glad.
Yeah, those, what's it called?
Dayquil?
No, those pods or
Neti
whatever.
pot thing, the
Yeah,
sinus spritzes?
yeah, that cleared me right up.
That's good.
Um, how come your thing's not on your
What thing?
channel? Your live?
It should be. I'm watching it. Yeah, it's on.
Okay, I found another way to get into it.
Okay.
That way I can read chat. Okay.
Lisa, can you hear me? I'll text her. Tell her we can't hear her.
Pussycat wants to know what's wrong with Christy and how did her husband make out?
He's gonna have some work. He's gonna have a biopsy next week, and a PET scan. And Christine's got the crud. She's gonna try to go live tonight. Um, she's gonna take a nap and see how she feels. I think she stopped those shots, Pussycat. I don't think she's taking them anymore. Deb on the move's up here and Lisa D's up here, but Lisa D can't hear me.
She is on her channel.
Hmm?
Pussycat put she is on her channel.
Lisa D's on her channel?
No, you were talking about Christy. I don't know if she's talking about Christy or not.
Oh,
I don't know who she's talking about. Pussycat, who is on her channel? Who is she? Lisa D's gonna come back in.
okay.
Yes, Christy and her hubby. Nana Patty on her channel, you asked. I'm confused.
Well, Christiane was on my channel for a few minutes. She came in to say hi and let us know that she's feeling somewhat better. She's been sick since Monday with the respiratory stuff. And if she feels like it, she's going to go live tonight. So that's what she came on here to say. As far as I know, Christiane's not on her channel right now. She should be taking it up. That got everybody straight? Hey, can you hear me?
Let me unplug the speaker.
Oh,
How about
now I
that?
hear you. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you know what's happening? The
What?
speaker isn't working.
Oh, okay.
I have
Now
another
I hear
one.
you. I hear you good now.
For some reason, the volume isn't working. I can't explain it. I can't hear you guys. Hold on. So I'm gonna try. This one is a Bluetooth one. I was using the plug-in because it would have been like right away. I don't need the What? Yeah. They can hear me now, but I can't use the speaker, won't work. Well, the light's on.
It's good.
So
Plugged it in, you got nothing?
yeah, let me try it again. I'm gonna try it again, Nana Patty, because I can't hear you guys. I don't know why.
You
All
can't
right.
hear us?
Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, good. It's working. You know what happened? It got afraid of Gary.
Oh,
It's obvious.
the person that knows what he's doing came in the room. Mm-hmm. And started working.
Pussycat,
He's talking to me.
Christiane's husband is having some tests run next week.
Yeah, he's having a biopsy and
Try that.
a PET scan.
Your magic worked.
She asked that again, so I don't think she.
I'm just putting in this. I
You don't
got.
think she heard me?
Yeah.
I want to interrupt you. Come on, man. I find myself to the point where I can't open anything myself with my hand. It's a problem with my hand.
What you doing, Lise?
I'm putting a batch of Costco stuffed peppers in the oven.
Oh,
They make them really good. I'll show you what they look like.
they make them there?
Hold on, I'll flip myself.
Oh, wow.
They do a good job.
Those
Uh-oh,
look good.
smells it. Nuna's coming out of his cave.
Where'd you
Sorry.
get those?
But Gary
Costco.
hates peppers, but in a pinch, he likes to eat the meat. So we
Mhm.
both eat it, and I eat his extra peppers because I really love peppers. But
Mhm.
I find that in a pinch when I don't know what to make, some of the Costco stuff is really good. So
Yeah,
you just put it in, you cover it with aluminum, and then you just put it in, and then it really makes a nice meal. And
yeah.
even when I know I'm not gonna eat them right away, I cook them as soon as I get them.
Mhm.
If I want it for lunch, I can heat it up but then at least I know I'm not letting it go to waste. I don't want it to sit there. Thank
Right.
you, Magic. All right. Let me know.
Lucy said that was delicious, Christiane.
Give us some.
I mean, Lucy said, Lisa, that looked delicious. I got Christiane on my brain.
What happened?
You're
My
maybe
lips.
acting up again, kind of cutting out.
I'm cutting out again.
Yeah,
Oh no. Can you please tell me if you hear me now?
I
Yeah.
hear you.
You know what? I need to connect this Bluetooth speaker to the
Okay.
Wi-Fi. But
You know how to do it?
but would I have to go out and in again to do that or no?
I don't think so.
All right, so I'm gonna I don't even know if this is charged. I'm not positive, but I could try it. Oh, you know what I need? I need a no, I don't need a wire, right? That's the whole thing. It's wireless. Okay.
Right.
Let me just try it. I don't know what you would call this.
There's Gary. Maybe he can view.
Let me, I'm gonna unplug the speaker first. The one that,
Okay,
okay,
okay.
this poor man, I don't know how he like has patience for me anymore. I just
Hi,
don't.
Gary.
Hello.
Hi, Gary.
Can you see us?
Yes, you look cute
Yeah.
together.
Who's the best? That's all there is. Who's the best? Wait, you did it? Oh my God. Amazing. All right, say something.
Right.
Hey, Lisa.
I hear you really good now. Do you hear me?
Not as
Lisa.
good.
Lisa,
Yes, darling.
Lisa?
did you ever use that gift certificate I sent you for a restaurant?
Gift certificate to a restaurant. Did you do that?
It was back when everybody was sick. Your parents and your in-laws and all that stuff to give you guys a break.
Where for?
I was just thinking that the other day. It was a restaurant near your house.
Remember that now. That's when everything was really bad, right?
Yeah. I was just thinking the other day, I wonder if she used that or forgot about it. Um,
Everybody gave us
that should be in your email.
what?
That should be in your email.
You know, so I'm glad you brought it up, Deb.
Check your email.
Okay. You know, those things mean so much when you're struggling like that.
I know. That's why I did it. And um I took your address and then I found out which restaurants are near your house. I think it was a barbecue place, if I remember right.
I think you're right. I remember it now. I'm gonna go, but I'm gonna double check because I saved everything that, you know, everybody did for us. Like I have everything written down because I wanted to be sending out thank yous that were personal, like not just a card. So I deliberately wrote everything down. I'm gonna double check to see in my notes to make sure because I don't want that to go to waste. But I
Yeah,
think I feel like I remember it now, but I wasn't connecting it to like after my dad passing away and stuff.
yeah,
I thought I randomly did that because that's how you are. You randomly do things like that. You know, you give the kindness, and I
yeah.
always appreciate that
Just
so much.
check your email. It should be in there.
Now, Lucy J said I sound like I am underwater. Do I?
Yeah, you sound like you're in a tunnel.
Appreciate that. Maybe I'll just stop it, and even though my volume is low on my iPad, I won't use any speaker.
How about
Yeah.
using your notebook or your computer?
My what?
Your computer.
Right, not right now because I haven't.
Can't hear you at all.
You know.
You're
All right.
cutting
So
out.
now, hang on a second. I just turned off the Bluetooth speaker, both of them.
That's better.
Now
Now
you sound fine.
All right. So I'll keep the volume a little. Like it's gonna. I don't know. It's low, but I'll just listen better.
Can you turn it up louder?
That's the loudest I have.
Okay.
I can't turn it up any louder than that.
Okay.
It's ridiculous, but to be honest, we've been having a lot of problems with everything, like our iPhones and our house phones.
Yeah.
So I was a little worried that this could be a little bit glitchy. Where's my water bottle? My
You
lips
may
are
need
so dry I
you
can't
may
speak.
need new you might need new phone lines.
Well, this is my theory. The house phones are more than 10 years old. So whatever systems are in place right now, I believe these phones don't even have the capability of that. They're so outdated.
Yeah.
but he wanted to try new batteries, this and that. I don't know why he has a strong attachment to phones, but I finally told him the other day it's a pet peeve, Nana Patty. And you know
Mhm.
what pet peeve means.
Mhm. Mhm.
I love the way you laugh, Deb.
Mhm.
Pet peeve means you got to change it.
Yeah.
If the other person calls it out as a pet peeve, you've got to do it.
Uh-huh.
Oh, the young lady, I'm just getting my Instacart right now. Thank you. I'm good. You're so cute. You're such a cutie pie. Thank you. This is all of it, right? Thank you, love. I appreciate it very much. You're welcome. You have a good night. You too, honey. Thank you. Cutest girl. Sorry, distilled water for my CPAP machine.
Ah,
All right, so,
that's important.
but here's the weird part too, and I don't mean this in any way as a criticism of my husband, because I could never do that because he's so amazing. But his father also has this weird affinity, this weird interest in maintaining, in keeping old phones.
Hmm.
He probably, my father-in-law plus, how much you want to bet? And I'm going to find out about it. Oh, wait, hold on. Alexa, set the timer for 1 hour.
1 hour, starting now.
Okay. His father, I bet you he has phones from the 1960s and 1970s. Saved.
Yeah.
They cannot
Wow.
part. Now, I know Gary's going to get rid of these phones. When we get new ones, he's going to throw these in the garbage. He's not going to save them. But isn't that weird?
Yeah.
I said to him the other
Yeah.
day, what is it with you? There's got to be like a chromosomal reason, like, because you inherited that, like
Mhm.
you cannot part with a phone. He's
Yeah.
he's like more able to come to terms with a new iPhone than he is with the house phones, and they're not even expensive.
Mhm.
So
No, they're pretty cheap.
the Venus and Mars factor definitely exists between men and women.
Uh-huh.
And you know what? There's nothing you could do. You've got to just navigate your world, like, but there's always going to be things that, you don't agree with or whatever. I guess maybe it keeps things a little bit interesting because, you know, he'll wear the pants in certain circumstances or at certain times. And then I pick up the ball and I wear the pants. So
Did you
I
see
guess it's
did you
good.
see what Lucy J said?
No, I'm not over there. I got to get my phone. Hang on. What did Lucy do?
Okay. She said her husband did the same thing
Really?
with phones.
What is it? Please, somebody tell me.
She also said that she cannot even have a landline here because the lines are all outdated.
See, Deb, I think we're on to something. I
That's
said
what
Mhm.
these
Lucy
phones
said.
have, I said they got no business in today's world, these phones. That's how
Yeah.
old they are. They
We
to
did away
expect
with
them to work is ridiculous.
we did
Right.
away with our landlines.
I have it because it's sort of like in our world, it's the ultimate like in like emergency calling because um we need to know that we have that extra line in case something bad is going on and they can't reach us by cell phone. We tell everybody, call the house. So we realize that those calls are probably the most important ones we get
Mhm.
because it sort of is like the emergency line. When
Yeah.
things change in our lives, we probably won't have a landline.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
When you're
Because
not
it's not worth
worried
it.
so much.
What?
When you're not worried about so many people.
Right. But right
Mhm.
now, that's where we're coming from. But I said these phones have no business existing in 2025. And he's an
No.
engineer. He's an engineer.
Yeah.
Why do I recognize that and he doesn't? I don't know. But I think it's very interesting on a level of a relationship and
Mhm.
behavior. Like it's hysterical.
You know, that's funny that you're talking about landlines. I was just thinking the other day, I wonder if you have a landline, if you called the operator, if somebody still answers.
That's a good question. You know, like today, Gary called up the eye doctor because he has an infection in his eyelid. He gets them sometimes, right?
Uh,
And when he called, the woman goes, he was on the speakerphone, and the woman goes, what can I help you with today? And he thought it was a real person. It wasn't.
Oh, wow.
yeah,
It's a robot. They don't even say to you, press one for this, and it sounded just like a real person. And
Yeah.
then after that, a real person came on. But I said to Gary, I find it personally insulting to talk to an AI person and not be
yeah,
Mhm.
told that it's not a real person. They
Yeah.
should at least tell you that. They do it already at fast food restaurants too. Are you using
yeah.
your, can I offer you a Slurpee today or whatever it is? Can I offer you a Frosty today? You know, it's like,
Mhm.
I hate that. It just doesn't show for me like the respect for the customer. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
they don't care about that, you know. But
Nope.
No.
the man, that's a man thing and will not change, Pussycat said. He is great, Pussycat. He really is great. He knows me better than I know me. And it's very true. And I feel health wise, I don't know what I would do without him. He just,
You guys both have great husbands.
we've
We
been
do.
very fortunate,
Yep.
you know.
Mhm.
It's not always like that, you know.
I
Geez, I
was running
wish
very, very, very late today, and
I
I yelled at
should.
him. He was in the garage working, and I yelled at him and said, "Can you come help me?" He's like, "What do you need?" I told him everything I needed, and he took care of it while I was getting ready.
So
So,
good. You know,
mm,
in certain circumstances, like how we all came together on the other channel. And I think I'm not talking about anybody specifically, but I'm just saying like a lot of times the worst behaviors come from people that are envious of what you have,
mhm,
especially if you have a warm and loving relationship with a spouse, you know, like they
mhm.
can't handle the fact that you have that.
No.
I think that that's one of the most, like, you can always count on it. Jealousy and envy, they bring
Mhm.
out the worst in people.
Oh yeah, they do.
They really,
They
really
brought
do.
out the worst in some people over there, let me tell you.
Hmm.
You know, though.
Yeah, exactly. And like, I'm not really that, I don't have that kind of personality that I get jealous or envious of people. I just, because I guess I don't compare myself to others. That's not my thing.
Well,
I don't
and
know.
usually I'm happy for somebody else if they've got a good life.
Me too.
Mhm.
I
I'm
love
like,
to know
that's
that.
great.
Yeah, like,
Mhm.
and when they don't, it really bothers me a lot because
Mhm.
everybody should have that in their lives if
Yeah.
they want it.
Mhm.
And Nana Patty, we've been talking a lot about when you're with a person who's not good
Yeah.
for you and you don't recognize it,
Mhm.
and because they're able to fake it, they
Mhm.
can fake empathy and love.
Mhm.
You know, it's very
And
um.
they really, some of them really have hate in their heart
Mm-hmm, you're right.
and jealousy,
Jealousy
envy.
it is a very strong emotion. And I think
Mhm.
if you're that type of person, you can really, you would have to work hard to get over it, right?
Mhm.
You have to want to. But
Yeah,
people that are
that's
like
the
that,
big deal is
yeah,
that you
they
gotta
usually
want
don't
to
have
get
the
over it.
skills, right?
Pussycat, in case I didn't answer you, I'm feeling okay today. Other than I was running late. Um,
I'm having
I
some
guess,
real swallowing issues.
uh-oh.
Yeah. I have
I
to go
guess
for an endoscopy.
you do.
Yeah, I have to go for that. It's,
Might need to
even-
get your
even though
throat stretched.
You know what happens then, Patty? I take a sip of water, and when it gets to a certain point, it feels like it's just a big bubble sitting there.
Yeah.
And then it'll take like a few minutes for that to go all the way down, and it's only water.
Uh-huh.
So, and then I've been really having a hard time with choking when I eat.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got to figure out, even if I'm real careful. So, it's like added to the list, like,
Yeah.
but I'm a
Well,
happy person. I have to
yes, you
say,
are.
in general,
Yep.
like, I'm lucky enough that you know, I have usually have a positive attitude. But, listen, we all lose it occasionally, right?
Oh, yeah. Occasionally, yeah. Sometimes more often than that.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you want to
We
start
ready?
talking about our topics of
Yeah.
tonight?
I'm ready.
How does
I'll-
everybody
I'll-
feel about the choice that we made to go back to a mental health format for tonight? And then we also have some other ideas, but how does everybody feel about it? Let us know. Oh, you know what, Nan? I had to go get the food. It just came. Hold on. I'll bring you with me. You guys, I'm telling you, if I didn't have my head attached, it would have been flipping around the floor a long time ago.
I know.
My darlings, let me just get that food over here. It's not heavy. I'm just going to take one at a time. Pieces.
Pussycat said we're pretty lucky she was married to the devil. I can't imagine that.
I can't either. I know somebody who's in a relationship that I would characterize as the devil. Just
Yep.
saying. Not going to say who it is. You know who it is, Nana Patty.
I know who you're talking about.
Maybe one day I will tell everyone who that person is. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to do that now. But, when you're in it like that, you know it, right? Come on. You know it.
Yeah.
Your women's intuition is there. If you're a
Men don't
guy,
have
maybe
don't
not,
have that
but-
intuition that we do.
no. So I
Mm-mm.
always say intuition saved my son. Women's
Yeah.
intuition stuff. And we're pretty cool as a general rule.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting ready for Auntie's pumpkin patch this weekend.
Oh, fun.
I'm very excited about it. Gary got the pumpkins like about a week ago, and they're sitting out in the Auntie's pumpkin patch for Sunday. It all depends on what happens with Mom, though.
Yeah. See, Jay said, excellent topic. We can
Good.
watch the mentally ill in live action tomorrow protesting. So please be careful going out. Oh,
know
Lucy,
what?
I'm not going anywhere. I'm
That is
staying
a
home.
great-
I am staying home tomorrow.
Oh my God.
They're not
Tomorrow's
all
Saturday,
mentally
right?
ill, but there are some that are mentally ill. Anywhere you go in any crowd,
You're
there are
right.
some that are mentally ill.
You're right. And now they've been given a voice. They used
Yeah.
to just be home, not
Mhm.
polluting the world with an agenda that doesn't make sense. No matter what you're
Yeah.
thinking of like, we don't talk politics here, but, it's like,
Yeah, we won't go down that road.
right. We
Yeah.
never wanted to. All right, so let me just put anything that's perishable away. Oh my God, look, you guys, I bought these Dum Dum lollipops, right? Because
Yeah.
the medication I take dries my mouth out so much. And the bag of the 200 was cheaper than the bag of 100, so I got this gigantic bag. But you know what? It's good for they'll be good forever, and I'll just keep using them. They're easy to carry,
Yeah, they don't expire.
They don't, yeah, they really don't. So as soon as I put the perishables away, we could start. Unless one you start. You want to start now?
I'll start.
Good idea. Let's dive
What
right
we're-
in.
What we're talking about today is the difference between bipolar and schizophrenia. And And then I wanted to throw out some people who are famous with bipolar.
I think this is
Um,
gonna be very interesting to hear.
yeah, I'm bipolar. I'm not bipolar. I'm doing bipolar. The
Right,
talk on
that's
bipolar
your
today.
topic, right?
Lisa is doing the topic of schizophrenia. I'm doing the topic of bipolar. So in my research, I wanted to find out how many famous people have bipolar disorder. And so I found all these names, and I'll give you a few names at a time as I'm talking about the bipolar.
Great idea. This is interesting.
There's, we know Amy Winehouse.
Oh,
um,
yeah. My heart
Francis,
always broke for her. Always.
yeah, Francis Ford Coppola.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Vincent
Wow.
Van Gogh.
Who?
Vincent Van Gogh.
Okay, we knew that pretty much, right?
Yeah. Robert
But,
Downey Jr.
okay, makes sense, right?
Yeah. Richard Dreyfuss.
Now that's a surprise,
Mm-hmm.
right? Richard
Yeah.
Dreyfuss. Wow. Go
Selena
figure.
Gomez.
Wow. That was a good idea.
Vivian Leigh is another one.
Oh, she was beautiful, right? Vivian
Mm-hmm.
Leigh. I just saw her pop up on my feed a few days ago, and I was like, what a beauty.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mike Tyson.
Okay.
Edgar Allan Poe.
What's with the ears?
I
Right?
don't
He
know.
bit somebody on the ear, and then
And
didn't
Vincent.
Van Gogh cut off his ear?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mhm. Britney Spears.
Okay. She's got a lot more going on than that, I think. She's probably multiply diagnosed.
Probably.
He would have,
Johnny Depp.
oh my God. Did you see what, I'm sorry. Pussycat said he would almost try to choke her and almost could have killed her.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Go ahead, I'm
Britney
listening. I
Spears.
don't want to take away your train of thought, but I'm listening, honey. This was a great idea.
I said Britney Spears. Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp.
Frank Sinatra.
Frank Sinatra? That must
Mm-hmm.
have surprised you a lot, right?
It did.
Wow.
A lot.
You never know what people have.
You're rubber banding again, Lisa.
Who is it?
You were rubber banding again? You don't have that speaker plugged in, do you?
No, I didn't plug it. You know what I did though? I put in the charging wire because it's going low. Let me try to unplug
Oh,
it. Let me try to unplug it. Okay, is that better?
yeah.
Okay, I'll leave you unplugged. Good. And you know what? Maybe I will reboot. You know what? Maybe I'll go up and reboot my computer and leave it up there to update and then switch over in a little while if I have to. But keep going. I'm very intrigued with this, what you're telling me right now.
List.
Very.
Let's see. Brian Wilson,
Oh, he was in what band?
Beach Boys.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Stephen Fry. I can't remember what he was in.
I don't know who he is.
Patty Duke.
Oh, I always liked her.
Mm-hmm. Sinead O'Connor.
Okay, makes sense. She was odd when people weren't like odd yet. Like it wasn't a
Yeah.
thing to be odd. Don't you think I'm right?
Yeah.
She, poor little thing. Yeah.
Kanye West.
See, I always wondered if that was really true. I guess it is.
According to resources I looked at.
I believe it.
Mm-hmm.
All
Linda
right, what else?
Hamilton.
Who?
Linda Hamilton.
Linda Hamilton. I just realized I have frozen veggies that I need to put away. Susan Jeez.
Winston
It's
Churchill.
funny, like you don't even remember who these people, you don't even really like know them, some of them. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Winston Churchill was another one.
Really? Winston Churchill? You
Yeah,
know, he's one of my all-time heroes, you know.
really?
Yep. I think
Yeah.
well, there's a lot of reasons. But go ahead, I'm listening.
Somebody by the name of Halsey. You know who that is?
Let me
Deb?
bring
I
you
don't know who
closer
that
to
is.
what I'm doing. Okay, who
I-
was the next one?
Halsey, someone named Halsey.
Nope, don't know who
I
that
think
is.
they're a singer,
Okay.
but I'm not sure. Baby Rexa,
Is that a rapper,
Don't-
maybe?
maybe.
My God, this
Mel Gibson.
who?
Mel Gibson,
Okay. Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson. That's a
actor.
surprise for me,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Wow.
I knew he had some issues, but I didn't know what.
Right. But I could actually see it.
Mm-hmm. Kurt Cobain is another one.
What was that one?
Kurt Cobain.
Okay, yeah. He led a very tragic life, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Let's
Oh.
see, Jane Pauley.
Okay, I could see that too.
Mm-hmm.
I could see
John
that.
Claude Van Damme.
I don't know much about him.
I don't either.
Okay,
Um,
but you
Kath-
know he's pretty prominent.
yeah,
Sorry, I'm
Catherine
putting you in
Zeta
my face.
Jones.
Who?
Catherine Zeta
Okay.
Jones.
All right, I could see that.
Carrie Fisher.
Who?
Carrie Fisher.
Okay, yeah,
Russell Brand.
yep. He kind of reminds me of Johnny Depp.
Mariah Carey.
Okay, oh, that's sad.
And Demi. Did I say Demi Lovato? No, I didn't say that one.
No, you didn't
Nope.
say that one yet.
That's
Demi
all that-
Lovato. She's a singer,
That's-
right? She's a singer.
Yeah, I think so. That's all I could find on my
That's a
search.
lot. You did yourself
Yeah.
some good research there, Missy.
And I think the thing that I wanted to say out of finding these famous people is that you can live a normal life with bipolar disorder
You're right.
if you take your medications and take care of yourself.
Doesn't
You
work
know.
that way. A lot of people don't take their medicines.
Right. And
They
I
don't
know
like
people.
the way they make them feel.
I personally know people that won't take their medicine.
How has
So
their life gone because of that decision, in your estimation? How do you feel that their life has gone?
shockingly well.
Wow. See,
Mm-hmm.
I love this issue of cognitive awareness
Mm-hmm.
and willpower to overcome
Mm-hmm.
something. It speaks to the human spirit, really.
Yeah, this person, there was no way that they were going to take their medicine. They tried it. They didn't like it.
And that was
When
it.
they were like, well, probably 17 or 18 when they were first diagnosed. And they tried the medicine. They're like, no way.
That's so sad because, and you know what? These medications are very strong and they
Yeah.
all have side effects.
Yeah.
And if you're being
It-
told, I'm sorry, I need ice in my thing. If you're told that this is going to be a lifelong disability, you know you're looking at forever. And like forever is too long to live with, whatever is
Yeah.
the medication that bothers you. Like people are not stupid, you know?
Hey, Lori.
Yeah, Lori C said the same thing.
Yeah.
She said, yeah. And like every medication has side effects, everything. Like you can't even say, all right, it's
One of the
okay. Like,
articles one of the articles that I read said that it's really tricky to tell sometimes if someone has bipolar versus schizophrenia because the criteria are so close. But
Yes,
schizophrenia is scarier. It's worse. And
right,
I'll let you talk about that
right.
diagnosis. But
Well,
with bipolar, you have big mood swings,
yep,
um, energy, and energy that can make it hard to do everyday activities. Like you're either high sometimes or you're low sometimes.
yeah,
You get manic phases where you're high and you feel like that you could move a mountain, but then the low phases are really really bad because sometimes they can even get to the point where they feel like they don't want to live anymore
hmm,
and act on that. Some people, that's the way that they love this world.
that's the scariest part in all these mental illnesses. People
Mm-hmm.
don't think of mental illnesses as necessarily fatal, but, but they can be, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why you need that's why you need
Health professionals,
yeah, like
mental health
and I
professionals.
think a lot of it, the best help could come from a therapist, the right person, helping to
Mm-hmm.
support you mentally like that. It can make all the difference in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Mental health professional has tremendous power,
Mm-hmm.
and they can use that power in a negative way too, or maybe they're just
Yeah.
not, they don't get it, or for whatever reason. But a good therapist will say, if they can't handle you, I need to refer you to somebody who can help you, because this isn't my specialty,
Mm-hmm.
right? And
Mm-hmm.
it takes more courage to do that than anything else.
And it
To
can be
walk away.
difficult for them to think clearly. Um,
Yes.
they can have even with bipolar, you can have hallucinations and delusions, just like you can
People
with
don't know that,
schizophrenia.
right?
Mm-hmm.
You did your homework
Yeah,
better than I did.
that's okay. I'm sure you know it by heart, but
Well, I'm familiar with a lot of these things, but like anything else, you would have to like refresh your memory on these things. They're very complicated. There's some people that call the diagnostic manual a cookbook,
yeah.
and they feel like it's like a recipe. Either
Mm-hmm.
you can, when you can cook it or you can't cook it. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if people are familiar though, but the diagnostic manual is based on population statistics and measurement of behavior. So
Mm-hmm.
the only way to characterize it is through the way people behave, and you observe them, and you observe patterns. It's very good like that, but um there is a certain like negative feeling about that we do that at all, that we categorize people at all. But listen, what else are you going to do? And I'll put it out this way. This is interesting. They're becoming able to do genetic testing to see what medications will work and which ones won't before you even
Yeah.
take the pill. That's been going on for a long time. People don't talk about it. But there's some real genius people out there
Mm-hmm.
that are doing remarkable work like that. And probably with other illnesses too. But I think that, if I could be wrong, but I feel like this movement started in the it started from, I think, in the cancer world, but um in the mental health world.
Yeah.
And I met a few people. I went on a conference. It's got to be, well, it was before the pandemic, right before the pandemic. And it was a geneticist and a psychiatrist that were in practice together.
Mm-hmm.
And you would have never heard of that not that long ago, right?
No, but it's
You're
great
right.
now.
Pussycat is saying, like, therapists don't help. She tried to go for therapy. Yes, sometimes you know, honestly, sometimes you are better off without a therapist if it's the wrong therapist. But if you really happen to click with somebody, they can be life changing. But sadly, like, you know, it doesn't always work out that way. You have to shop around. It's like anything else, you know?
I kind of disagree with that therapy doesn't work. I've been seeing a therapist every 2 weeks for a year or longer, to do grief counseling after my 3 losses right in a row. And it helps me. We talk about a lot more than just my grief, but um, it helps me to have somebody to talk to.
And
And
their perspective
yeah,
helps.
it does. I was dealing with an issue this week that had to do with somebody else in my life, and I was having trouble knowing how to deal with it. And it really helped me. It really helped me.
I'm
The
so
therapist
glad.
did. Mm-hmm.
And you know, I started some therapy myself within the last I guess at least a year. Luckily, I know this person for over 20 years. So I didn't have
Mm-hmm.
to shop around, but it's made a tremendous difference in my life. Um but you know, like you guys, I've said this before and I'll just say it again, like a lot of mental health professionals go to school to find out what's wrong with themselves. And those are the
Mm-hmm.
people you have to watch out for.
And Lucy had a good point too about,
What'd she say?
she's like, she also thinks that these young people taking illegal street drugs are changing the chemistry of their brains, and what a mess we are going to have. Um,
I agree with that. Do you?
yes, definitely. Um,
I really
illegal
think
drugs,
it does, especially if you start young.
it can result in some of these mental illnesses,
You know,
that
like,
taking
you know,
illegal drugs.
right, like you have a predisposition for it maybe anyway. Or
Mm-hmm.
she's right, it could just be like you chemically changing your nervous system.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're playing around with your brain.
I happen to know, this is not really related, but I happen to know someone that did that when they were young, just out of adolescence into like probably 15, 16, 17 years old, um, did drugs so much that whenever they were found, they were out of their head, like bad out of their head, out of control, everything. And it did something to their brain. They weren't normal. And they would have episodes that the doctors called flashbacks.
Isn't that
And
interesting that we see in
yeah,
PTSD? Go into that a little bit. I want to hear more about it.
well, they would have these flashbacks and they get completely out of control. Nothing their family did could get them in control. Sometimes it would take 3 men, grown men, to hold this person down to keep them from hurting somebody
When
or
they're
hurting
manic,
somebody
when they're
or
like in
themselves.
like in the manic phase,
It seemed like it. Yeah.
it would have to be because when they're in the depressive phase, they don't have the energy to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're manic, you feel almost superhuman. I think sometimes, from what I've heard from some people that I know personally, they don't really mind the manic because they feel so empowered and capable, they don't want to squash it. And after an episode, they might not even remember what they did behaviorally, whereas the family knows, but they don't have a memory of what they behaved like. They don't, I mean, unless you recorded them. But do you see what I'm saying with that? Like, it's, you know, it's
This kid did things like sniffing gasoline, um, sniffing spray paint. Um, I'm pretty sure they did LSD.
know,
serious drugs.
this really does sound like it does have a lot of crossover to schizophrenia.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think people realize that. I don't think maybe even I realized that until now. Bipolar it's a very, very bad thing to have, you
Mm-hmm.
know? And, you know, I question this a lot too. Like, we closed down all these institutions that at least gave people a home and
Mm-hmm.
a normal routine, even if they weren't perfect. Like, instead of improving them, they shut them
Mm-hmm.
down. And where
Mm-hmm.
is the logic in that? And
There
it
is
bothers
none.
me because they gave people a world. They gave, like, we live very close to one. I live very close to what used to be the Kings Park Psychiatric Center in Kings Park, which is a little hamlet next to my town. Okay. I consider myself that part of my own town. And they built a city, you know, it was named after, I think, Kings County, because they modeled it after the institution that was in Kings County, New York, I'm pretty sure. But I was shocked when they closed it. Absolutely shocked. Whose
Mm-hmm.
idea was that? Why do we have to go
Yeah.
so far to one direction? People needed that. And now look what we have. We have people that are homeless. I mean,
Yep.
come on.
And some of them are sick enough they commit crimes.
Throwing people in front of a subway train.
Mm-hmm. Lighting somebody on fire
Mm-hmm.
on
Criminally
the
insane
subway.
people walking the street. I mean, what we make the dumbest decisions as a culture
Mm-hmm.
sometimes. Like, you know what it is? I think everybody wants to be the hero, right? Like, Geraldo Rivera was the hero of that era because of that discovery. And he put,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm mixing a little bit of Miralax. Sorry, guys.
I
See how much
I
I love you. But you know,
I
it's
was I went in our local criminally insane
oh yeah,
uh,
you have a
patient.
story.
Yeah.
You know what? Could you
And
tell the story and then I'll do my part and start with my piece? Could you tell
yeah,
that
it was,
story? I think it's interesting.
I mean, the criminally insane um, need a place to be. And
Yes.
there was a man in there that cut mom up and put her in the refrigerator and freezer.
Oh, I have
Um,
to take a deep breath when I hear that. I got
and
to cleanse my soul for a minute.
yeah, there was a guy in there. As a matter of fact, I told the story once before. I don't know
I think
if
you
you guys
did.
remember this, but um, I worked with a patient for 6 weeks and as a nursing student. And when we did our clinicals there, we dressed like regular people. We didn't dress in scrubs or a uniform.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm
so
listening.
after I finished working with this guy who I'd been out walking the grounds with, and you know, took him to the canteen to get something to drink, and then I find out what his diagnosis is and
I'll
what's
never
wrong with him.
forget this story.
And I found out that his mother was a nurse and that she abused him. And I'm thinking that she even abused him sexually, and that he hated his mother. And when he was in a different hospital, he tried to bash the head in on a nurse that was taking care of him. And he was dangerous around nurses. And here I was, a nursing student. I've been working with him for 6 weeks. Didn't know what was wrong with him.
Nobody told you.
Talk-
And it the box is checked
Hmm?
twice. Mother, nurse. Right?
Yeah.
Could you
Hmm.
I can't, it blows me away to hear the story.
Yeah. I shouldn't have been working with him.
No, you shouldn't have.
Mm-mm.
You cannot make it up.
No.
You know what? Probably somebody needed somebody. They needed to check off something on their box. So they said,
Hmm.
oh, we're going to use this person. Then I could check that off my list that, you know, he's being taken care of right now or whatever nonsense they wanted, to perpetrate. I mean, come on.
Mm-hmm.
How does everybody feel about that story?
Yeah.
I find it to be crazy. We have a lot of kids doing heinous crimes like unlike anything we've ever seen. Well, they've been watching the adults, the crazies, do whatever they want. And
Mm-hmm.
we've already gone down the rabbit hole. I should do with, I don't think I ever did it before, but the next time I want to do parenting styles
Okay.
and behavioral outcomes. I did a workshop on it once, and I can update it. But I
Mhm.
think it was really good, and I think everybody will get a lot out of it.
Yeah.
It's already written, but I could add to it because you know me, I'm like that. I didn't write anything on schizophrenia though because I'm just so overwhelmed by everything. I'm going to just go by the seat of my pants. But you guys, I usually like to do handouts and stuff, but
Yeah.
the parenting one is very good, very good. And I believe that that's at the root of a lot of this. It's parenting issues. Let me
Yeah.
give you an example. What about the Murdoch murders?
Murdoch.
Is it Murdoch or Murdoch? I don't remember.
I don't remember. I think it's Murdoch. I think you're right.
With the G sound at the end?
Yeah.
Well,
With the Murdoch.
Murdoch. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So they allowed their son, the one that he killed, to take out their boat
Mm-hmm.
unsupervised. And they know that he was a really bad alcoholic, the kid. Even at that
Mm-hmm.
age. All he did was pound away alcohol. And what did they do? They bought the alcohol for the kids. They gave him
Mm-hmm.
that boat. And
With the alcohol.
mm-hmm. And for me, it was always a parenting issue right from the beginning. When I really examined the whole case, what was on their minds? It was because can you hear me still?
Yeah.
Okay. My battery's going seriously low. So, but anyway,
Plug it back in.
but you didn't hear me well when I was plugged in.
No, I'm still having issues
All right,
sometimes.
so let me just put it in. So, but my point is, if they did not enable him, he would have never killed Mallory.
The girl that was on the boat.
Yeah, Mallory. Her name's Mallory Beach, I think. He would have never
Mm-hmm.
killed that kid.
Mm-hmm.
And they were accessories because they
Yeah.
provided all of it. They could never say no, never.
Mm-mm.
And I'm not talking. Let's put away the murder itself. But here's
Yeah.
another thing. I've always had the feeling that the dad killed his son because he saw no other solution. And I'm not making excuses because the man is an
No.
idiot. But
Yeah.
I feel like the only way he knew that kid was never going to amount to anything because of his
Yeah.
own and his wife's doing. And he felt like the best way to do it was to just wipe him out. He's a waste. Like, get rid of him.
Mm-hmm.
But I
Yeah.
read that. I couldn't believe it. And it was just an extreme case of permissive parenting. And I can't even tell you how much of that I saw when I worked. And that's a long time ago. I left my job in 2015. I haven't worked for 10 years in the field,
Mm-hmm.
right? But could you imagine, like, here's the keys to the boat. Don't forget, he was, I believe, underage too, right?
He was. I think he was 16.
But I think you're right. And I think they felt entitled because they were, legends in that
Yeah.
town. And they were used to erasing everything that had to do with
Trouble.
any wrongdoing, right? So the
Mm-hmm.
father fully expected him to get away with all of it. But when he
Mm-hmm.
couldn't, and then the wife, he figured, she's here, so I got to kill her too. Or he said maybe he was angry, maybe he blamed her. I don't know, but it seemed like they were on the same page about it, letting him do
I
what he
think
was
he
going to
knew
do.
that
Oh my God, I'm hot.
she was. I think he knew that she was thinking about leaving him.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
She already told him she wanted to leave, and she was
Yeah.
living in Edisto. Remember?
yeah. Mm-hmm. He called her down from Edison.
He lured her there. He said that his father-in-law wanted to see him, and he was on his see her, and he was on his deathbed, and they were very close, so he knew she would come. I mean, how
Yeah.
do you're losing, like, no, sorry, you're using the person's compassionate heart
Mm-hmm.
to basically kill them. Could you?
To lure them to their death.
Yeah, yeah. But
Mhm.
there's a lot there.
Lori C says, I was diagnosed with PTSD after my husband's stroke and started having seizures.
Oh my gosh.
Thank God they found me a good therapist. I don't have nightmares anymore or flashbacks.
Wow.
It was brutal.
Oh my
It,
God, you poor baby.
she's so grateful.
Aw, that's so
Mm-hmm.
good.
And then
You deserve only good things. Oh, Buster's trial was coming up.
Lucy said Kohlberger would be a fascinating project
Oh,
to study.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Except for the fact that he scares the bejesus out of me when he looks at me through the screen computer. I'm
Mm-hmm.
terrified of him. I see like the devil in his soul.
Yeah.
Terrible, right?
And Lucy said Buster's trial was coming up as well, and Alex didn't want to be humiliated. Alex had an image to maintain.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. The
You're
dad
right.
and his wife
And
found out
because
about his money
that's
shenanigans.
right. And he knew that. Go ahead. I didn't want to cut you off. Go ahead.
Oh no, that was it.
He wanted sympathy so that his debts could be written off.
Yep.
So he
He
wanted to
wanted
be presented as a victim.
victim.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So he that's the route he took. A coward's route, right? Take
Yeah.
take the line of a coward, basically. Not dealing with your problems. Give the kid the key to the boat. Let him be happy.
Yeah.
Just let him do. You wonder, did they have fights over that? Him and his wife?
Mm-hmm.
Did they argue? And did she say to him, he's got to be more like responsible and everything? It
Mm-hmm.
didn't, honestly. I don't think I heard one person say that. It
No.
sounds to me like they were really on the same page.
Yeah.
And it sounded like, don't get me wrong, I think Maggie was a lovely person. I bet you she
Mm-hmm.
was just the nicest person, and she didn't deserve any of it. And I think she was dominated by all three of the men in her life, the two
Mm-hmm.
sons, yeah, and the husband. I don't think she realized she even had a chance in heck of of
Yeah.
um of getting anything her way. That's why
Mm-hmm.
she had to leave that like the kennel, because it was built for hunting.
Mm-hmm.
It was not built for any comfort or
No.
like intimacy or anything. Like, I remember going through and looking at the decor of the house, and it was covered with, like, the insides of the house. It was covered with, like, antlers,
Mm-hmm.
like from when they hunted.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't a place for a woman. She
No.
was she was kind of squeezed out.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel. And the only way she could do this is she made her own little place in Edisto
Yeah.
and said, I've got to be away from these men. But she loved them. I don't think she was a miserable person, like unhappy, but I believe that's why she did that, because
Mm-hmm.
it was her only way to have any life that was, her way. See,
Right.
I think most men would have said, hey, honey, this is a hunting lodge, but, I mean, they had gazillions of dollars of money. Build her like, oh, you don't feel comfortable always being in like a a hunting house, we'll build you another
Mhm.
house on the property. Or we'll extend the house and make you have your own little area. Like, they had no interest in making her happy whatsoever.
No. Or comfortable.
Or comfortable, right? You're right. Like, just being, it's a case that's got a lot in it. There's a lot of things that you can really, conclusions that you can draw just by watching everything and pulling it all together. He does scare me, Lori. See, it's not a thing that happens to me that often, but sometimes I get so much of an evil vibe from somebody, I can't look at them, even if they're like on YouTube or a video or a photograph. And Koberger is one of those people.
Mhm. Yeah.
And he's on the spectrum. I have some empathy for that. Of course I do. But like anybody else, you can go either left or right. You can go, and I don't mean this politically at all. You can either go
No.
evil or not evil.
Right.
Please don't think there's any political connotation to that. But oh my God, my son sent me a message.
Yeah.
Wow, that's another whole story.
Mhm.
But maybe we should talk about, like, before we go tonight. I'm not going to go, but I'm just saying maybe we should talk about different things that people want us to do next. Because like
Oh, yeah.
maybe nobody's
I just
interested in the parenting
I just
issue.
wanted to talk really quick about like what bipolar disorder looks like. And just
Yes,
say that,
let's do that. We need a little bit more description.
yeah, if you have bipolar disorder, your mood can change and have big shifts. You may have periods called mania when you feel extremely happy and full of energy. But you may also go into a depression phase and start to feel sad and hopeless. There are two main types of bipolar disorder.
Two main types. I just had a little bit of difficulty hearing you, but I think it's on my end, honey. Keep going. I'll look to see if anybody says anything like that.
Yeah, bipolar
Right.
1
You're doing
disorder,
good. Keep going.
it involves periods of full-blown mania. You may have high energy, behave recklessly, and act in an extremely impulsive way. If you have bipolar 2 disorder, you'll get low grade periods of mania. When that happens, you might have up moods and high energy, but your symptoms don't get in the way of your daily life. With severe bipolar disorder, you may have hallucinations where you see or hear things that aren't there. You may also have delusions where you firmly believe in something that just isn't true. This is when it's easy to confuse bipolar disorder for schizophrenia. Some signs that you've got bipolar disorder are in the mania phase. You can be easily triggered or set off, full of energy and great ideas, happy and bursting with joy, jumpy or wired. You may also keep jumping from one activity to the next, stop eating or sleeping, talk fast, and have thoughts that are all over the place. Think that you can do anything, so you do something risky like spend money, have unsafe
Relations.
sex, relations, and gambling be another one. And so those are some of the things that you might
Oh,
have.
gambling. Yeah. Imagine that.
Yeah. And then whenever you're in the depressed phase of the disease, you may feel down and hopeless, empty and worried. Nothing brings you joy or pleasure. You're slow and tired. You eat too little or too much. You have a hard time focusing, sleep too much or too little, and you sometimes think about ending your life.
Wow.
Some folks get more periods of mania, while others get more periods of depression. And in between, you may feel normal. So that's pretty much a good look at bipolar.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so I'm going to at least talk about schizophrenia if she
All right.
didn't.
I just took the, hold on, I took the thermometer out of the, food to make sure it was the right temperature.
Okay.
Hold on.
You got to put it back in.
No, it's fine.
It's done.
Yeah. I always take it out a little earlier. Yeah. This I'm gonna restart. Give me 1 second. I want
Okay.
to, get it ready.
I'll just say with
I wanna do more soil. Okay.
with schizophrenia, I'll say this. You may have some of the same symptoms.
Overlap.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. Let me just move the food out of the way here. Sorry about that, guys.
That's okay.
Everything happens at once, but none of this stuff, I don't think there's anything left to put away in the fridge or the freezer, but I'm just double checking. That's empty. Okay.
I can talk about a little bit about schizophrenia if you want me to, Lisa.
Yeah, you know what? Do that for like 5 more minutes.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna pop on, I'm gonna start. Sorry.
Okay.
I just kind of wanted to get something done before Gary got home.
Okay. When you have schizophrenia, you may have some of these symptoms. Hallucinations, and this is when you see things or hear voices that aren't there. Delusions, that's
Okay.
totally something that isn't true, like thinking someone's out to get you. Confused thoughts, also called disorganized thinking. You can't stay focused and might feel and might feel scattered.
Let me see, I lost my page in my book. Oh, God. I'm using my manual. I'm gonna go by it on the fly.
Okay.
I had it open. Give me a second. It's amazing now, Patty, even for a person like me that's had a lot of experience in the mental health world. Like I didn't even realize how much overlap was there.
You didn't know what?
I said I didn't even realize there was that much crossover.
Yeah.
The disorders. I'm just gonna get my wire.
Okay. Some of the symptoms of
Oh, wait,
schizophrenia.
hold on. What time is it?
It is 6:36 your
All right.
time.
I have to take my medicine.
Okay.
So let me do that right now because that has to happen.
Okay.
Sorry, guys.
That's all right. Doctors generally divide schizophrenia symptoms into 2 categories: positive symptoms and negative symptoms. These terms don't reflect whether a symptom is good or bad, but rather whether the symptom involves adding or removing a behavior. Positive symptoms might include the introduction of delusions or hallucinations. Negative symptoms might include withdrawing socially or removing yourself from relationships or public events. The early symptoms of schizophrenia can be social isolation, a loss of interest in activities, moodiness, a lack of feelings, irrational statements, surprising or unusual behavior, changes in sleep schedules, such as sleeping too much or too little, an inability to express emotions, laughter in situations where it's not appropriate.
Oh, I've seen that a lot.
Yeah. Irritability and agitation, dangerous or potentially harmful behavior, hypersensitivity to touch, taste, and sound, hallucinations, including auditory ones, that present as threatening, insulting, or condemning voices, and delusions.
That really, really, in a nutshell, makes it all the more. Hold on. I'll take you guys with me. I gotta go up and get my meds. I can't. I've got to take them at the right time. But yeah, you're blowing me away. Like, I can't believe the similarities,
Mhm.
you know? We automatically, because things have a different title,
Mhm.
or label, think of them as like almost entirely different from each other, but holy smokes.
They're really close.
Well, you know what? I'm going to start by saying this, saying that I told Nana Patty already, okay? Neurotic people that have, say, personality disorders, they build castles in the sky, and schizophrenics live in them.
Mhm.
And that's the distinction, you know. Um, there's a dissociation from reality. But
Yeah.
at the same time, I have seen people in episodes of um of schizophrenia where, I mean, of bipolar, that they go into a psychosis. Um and they can do just as much damage and have just as much delusion as a person who's schizophrenic. I never knew that until somebody very close to me went through it, and I observed it for myself as a young woman. Um, and it blew my mind. Like, just, you know, this person had been pretty normal their whole life.
Mhm.
I found my medicine, but what happened was she went into menopause, and there was also a drinking issue. I'm just making sure my meds. I'm in my shisha. I'm just making sure my meds are in this basket before I assume anything about it. So I have you guys with me here. All right. So um, menopause was a trigger for her body. Um, and I'll never forget it because, you know, I was so young. I had no experience with it. It's my neck fan. And you know, I never saw anything like it in my life. But the whole aspect of the menopause was like, well, what does that play hormonally? What, you know,
Mhm.
what does that mean? That we don't even, that's another whole basket, bowl of wax, whatever you call it. I can't find my meds. I try to be
Uh-oh.
so organized, Nana Patty, and then something like this happens and I get myself so upset over it because it's like, how much more organized can I be?
Mhm. Were they
So
next to your
sorry.
bed?
I looked. Let me look again
Hmm.
because the light's off. Hold on. Oh, you know what? You're right. Here they are.
Yeah, that's where
All
I
right.
keep mine.
I have it. Whatever. All right. Now I feel better. I'll go down and I'll finish saying what I want to say and not make everybody nuts. No pun intended. But yeah. And this person went from, you know, being a very quiet and meek and humble person to
Mhm.
being completely grandiose, you know,
Mhm.
like amplified self-importance,
Yeah.
cheating on a spouse, um,
Mhm.
which would be something Alexa stopped. She would have never done in her life because she loved her husband.
Mhm.
Um, but I'll never forget the riskiness, like almost overnight, the risk to her life from herself.
Mhm.
So now I'm talking about that's bipolar. I'm not talking schizophrenia. But there's one thing I wanted to mention that right at the outset. There's a story. Did you ever watch the movie The A Beautiful Mind?
A Beautiful Mind? I think so.
I think people would enjoy that movie if they have an interest in the topic. Oh, I'm
Mhm.
taking my meds. Wait. Oh, all right. This is a little yogurt pouch.
I was also going to bring up one other point while you're taking your meds, and that is some people think that that it's genetic, that these disorders are genetic. And so far, they haven't really been able to prove that there is a genetic factor to it. But that said, if your family member, in previous generations had one of the disorders, that there is a more likelihood chance that you will get it. Even though they haven't proven that it's genetic, they have seen it run in families.
Yes, that's really true. I believe that I would love to know the answer, but I believe that it's one of the only ones
Mm-hmm.
we can say that about, except narcissism tends to run in families.
Mm-hmm.
But let's put it this way. There's so much we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And behavioral traits are kind of interesting because, like, I'll give you an example. I know there's somebody very close to me that passed away suddenly at only 50 years old. One of the kids out of the three has the most mannerisms of her mother that you could swear you're talking to the same person. Now,
Mm-hmm.
this passing happened like, I don't know, 9 years ago. Okay. So we're not, and when it happened, this person was very young. My point
Mm-hmm.
is, she couldn't have there's no imitation. There would be no example of an imitation of that behavior. Therefore, it has
Mm-hmm.
to be genetically linked. Because every time I
Right.
see her, I'm like, you're your mother. I mean, and the other two, not as much at all. But her, it's crazy. So I
Is
think
that
there's a
weird?
lot more things that are genetic behaviorally than we could ever imagine. I don't know if it's, like, I was thinking about this the other day. Is it a 50-50 split, nature versus nurture? How does everybody feel about that? Or does the environment, like, does the environment always, like, have it like that, where
If
whatever
they grow up
triggers
around
happen,
it,
right? You
you
know,
say if they grow up around it, it's higher risk of getting it.
which makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I think that's a whole nother. I mean, that's a fascinating topic, even of it on its own.
Uh-huh.
All right, so I'm going into the area where it's like of the diagnostic manual that talks about, and they call them um, just they come out with it and call it a psychotic disorder. So the key features are also of this disorder is like delusions, belief systems that don't make any sense. And you have to think of it this way too. Like there's like almost like I think of a visual delusion as a hallucination. Does that make sense? So in my mind, they're one of the same, because when your brain is seeing somebody that's not there, that's a delusion. But it's a
Right.
delusion. It's a physical delusion. It's something like you're seeing in front of you. Could you imagine a disorder that affects us sensory so deeply that we can see people that aren't there?
No.
It blows the mind. And that's why I brought up John Nash. He was a college professor with schizophrenia. It tells the story of his life. If you ever want to watch a fascinating movie about this, you'll be riveted by it. He was a real person. I wrote to him once.
Who is that?
John Nash,
Nash?
Nash, I believe it was. Oh, I think Gary might be
Mm-hmm.
on. So just watch it. It says everything that needs to be said. I don't want to ruin any of it, so I'm not gonna go there. But what it speaks to is the human spirit and the determination to lead a normal life can't be underestimated in some people. And some people have that built into their DNA that they can do that, and some people can't. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's just a fact. So one of the key features is delusions, and then hallucinations. I could tell you another story about this. I worked in a group home with 10 adult men when I was about 25 years old, I want to say, maybe even a little younger than that. They all came from Willowbrook, and they were all abused. And they opened up this agency opened up their first group home, and I worked there. And there was a young man there, and he used to every once in a while go like really psychotic some nights, especially like the full moon or something like that. But in general, during like the daytime, he was, more appropriate. But what would happen was he would get hallucinations of some people that he knew when he was at Willowbrook, and they picked on him. And he would, at nighttime, sometimes when I was there, he would be in his room talking to this guy that wasn't there.
Mhm.
And it broke my heart because he suffered. He didn't want that. Of course he didn't. And what would happen was, and another staff member figured this out, he went in the room and started a dialogue with his hallucination, and told him to leave and to stop picking on him.
Yeah.
And it would make him feel better. He would say, "Thank you so much for doing that. I don't want him here picking on me like that." And it just broke your heart in a million pieces. But it was an example of how deeply rooted a hallucination can go to disrupt somebody's life. And you could tell that he had to work very, very, very hard not to submit. But every once in a while he would, but and he could get a little bit aggressive because he would sort of like not trust you at the same time, and like sort of want to push you away. But he would feel so much remorse afterward. It just broke your heart in a million pieces. So that's one of the other key features. So we have delusions, and they are belief systems. Like you can believe that there's a few types, right? You could believe that you have extrasensory perceptive abilities to speak to dead people. You could imagine that you're Jesus Christ. You could feel like a delusion that you are Jesus Christ, or that Jesus came down from heaven and and spoke to you, things like that. And what's really the distinguishing feature too is that they're very bizarre usually. You know what I mean? And in some respects, when you're dealing with somebody with these kinds of delusions, you're not really sure what's true and what's not. But when you're dealing with a schizophrenic, it ain't true. It just ain't true. It's not happening, So, another characteristic is that like, that you can feel like there's like some outside force that has control over you. You don't know who it is or what it is, but there's something there that you either control or it controls you. So that's going to make you, that's you're going to notice that too. Like there's sort of like a feeling that you're stepping into a whole different place when you're dealing with somebody with schizophrenia like that. And what's sad is a lot of times schizophrenia develops in people in their 20s. Most of the time, a lot of the time, that's when it happens. You can have somebody who's perfectly normal and they can literally become schizophrenic. Now, I probably could look in here and find out population statistics and things like that, but it's also a degenerative type of disorder that when you go through these episodes, you get worse and worse with each one. And that is a distinguishing feature, where it's not like that with bipolar. If you have these psychotic symptoms, I'm not saying that you don't get worse over time, but there's there's a very distinct difference between the deterioration of somebody with schizophrenia and the life patterns of people with bipolar. I always want to say the other one. And then there's disorder. There's also another component is disorganized speech. And a person will go from one topic to the next with no connection between any of it at all. And they're kind of like jumping from place to place. Again, no, I'm going to put in another batch of soil. I have to take that out, put it in a bag, and put another batch in, but you need to get it because I don't have it. How is she? All right, we'll talk about it in a few minutes. All right, so here's an interesting one. I'm going to try to read this part of this section because this is really, really intriguing to me, and I don't know much about it. Grossly disorganized or abnormal motor behavior, including catatonia. Now, we used to think of catatonic states in the old Freudian days because he would see patients like that. That's a whole nother world, right, Nana Patty? Getting into psychoanalysis? Wow. All right, maybe one day we'll do that. But I want you to see like what I'm talking about. I'm going to read it right from here. It's not that long. Grossly disorganized or abnormal motor behavior may itself be in a variety of ways, ranging from childlike silliness, which when you see that, it's very creepy.
Kind of cutting out a little bit.
All right, I'm going to unplug. I'll unplug my, is that better?
Yeah.
Okay, I unplugged myself. I don't have that much more to go, but this part I feel is very interesting. This is also something that you really, I don't know. I haven't seen it as much in bipolar as people that is schizophrenia, that they have this kind of weird, like, silliness to their behavior that's like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of a really good example of it. I'll come back to it. I don't want to waste time. But here's the catatonic behavior. Ready? Catatonic behavior is marked decrease in reactivity to the environment. This ranges from resistance to instructions, negativism, to maintaining a rigid and inappropriate or bizarre posture, physically looking differently. I've seen this a lot. But I have to be honest, more in children than adults.
Mm-hmm.
There can be even mutism where the person doesn't speak at all. But you know what it feels like? You're talking to somebody like Nana Patty and I, when we talk to each other, we're engaging with each other, even when we're not speaking to each other, we're just listening to the other person. What I characterize this as is, now, maybe, hear me out, because maybe I'm putting it in the wrong category. A feeling of being looked through, that the person is reacting to a hallucination, somebody else or something in that room, and you're not it. And you could be in their face talking to them, trying to gain their attention, and they are looking through you. So in other words, you're not really there for them, but something else is. And it's you when you see it, you know it. And like I said, I've seen that in several children, and it's very, very creepy. But it's also, for me, a measurement of impairment. And it can be a measurement of improvement or non-improvement if the parents are considering therapies and or medications, because that I found is to be one of the first things to get better, that the person becomes more related to what's really happening versus what's not. Because like when I was working with kids as a behavior analyst, I felt like it was my job to try to get that kid back. If it, oh God, I don't want to forget what I'm saying, Gab. Give me a second.
You're trying to get the person back to reality.
Right, because I can't change behavior that's coming from a hallucination. I
Mhm.
can't touch it. But if that child becomes more related to me and the environment, I could change behavior. I'm almost
Mhm.
fairly certain I can. But that's the difference. It's
And I guess we should at least say our care experiences, what our background is for being able to talk about these diagnoses. I mean, you're a behavior analyst, right?
yeah, I'm a certified behavior analyst, and I'm a school psychologist, and I'm also licensed in the state of New York as a licensed behavior analyst. And I worked in schools for about 32 years with
So
children
you
with all
mostly dealt with kids, right?
zero, like really literally like birth to 21.
Mhm.
Right. So I'm trying to draw from my experience just as much as I talk about like factual information. But my point is, you can really see these things. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out what's going on when you actually see it.
Mhm.
I don't know why I saw it more in younger children than like adults, like if I compared my experience with adults. But it would be sometimes so gratifying. Like I might not, like I'll go see that kid one day and like they're not relating to me at all. And behaviorally it's very difficult to modify their behavior. And then maybe when I go back after I talk to the parents, they might start the kid on medicine or something. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh hi. And I'm like, I'm Mrs. D, or I'm Miss Lisa, whatever you want to call me. And that crossover back into the world of reality, of which learning can take place, because one of the biggest roadblocks, of course, to learning is if you're not able to distinguish the difference between the teacher that I need to listen to right now or some hallucination. I mean, I had a kid that was hallucinating that the sun came in the room, the sun, SUN.
Mhm.
And that's who she was communicating with, not me, not anybody else. So I don't know if that would be, um, under that umbrella of catatonia. But
Me,
I
from
haven't
seeing.
seen, I haven't seen anybody that's just, I haven't seen, I don't think, one person who just sat in a chair and stared straight ahead and didn't respond to anything, except
I
maybe
have.
children with selective mutism. And except for one child that had like severe, I mean, we're not talking about this, but like severe brain damage, that's different. But it also lists some other negative symptoms associated with uh, schizophrenia, and most of those are inappropriate emotions, which you could imagine, right? Here's
Mhm.
another example: the little girl who loved the sun, okay, only was happy on cloudy days. The sun was negative to her. If it was a rainy, dreary day, that was her happy days, right?
Mhm.
And when the sun was there, she had like severely diminished capacity to express herself in any way that you could relate to in the here and now type of thing. So the point I really wanted to make is like, you've got to continue, and I'm not an expert in diagnostics at all. That's not my thing. I don't do that. That's not my thing. But I wanted you to kind of see how these all really are almost all in the same, but they're just different in type. But it's all the same type of like intrusion into the part of our brains that make the difference between what's real and what's not. And should be examined at another point, I think. This is to say that we need to keep in mind the difference between dissociative states due to abuse that people withdraw into their own separate world to escape horrific abuse in their lives, and the type of dissociation that happens with schizophrenia or even bipolar. So that's another topic if you really want to, go there at some point. But I hope that that gives people a little bit of an understanding about what it's like. I could go on a lot longer, but I don't want to keep
I have
everybody.
seen catatonia, Lisa.
Tell me
I-
your experiences with that.
There was no reaching them. Absolutely no
No
reaching them.
response to pain. Where did you see
Nothing.
that? In that placement where you were, where you,
Mhm.
wow. What, in the end, Nata Patty, I think that was a very good experience for you. Putting
was.
aside the danger aspect, like my feeling with my learning that happened with those adults helped my whole career as an older
Mhm.
woman, all of it. But how many people did you see like that?
One,
Melinda Freedom, yep, fractured reality. Just one. Tell us what they looked like.
me,
What did their behavior look like?
they were just stoic.
They
They
just
were
sat
like,
there, right?
yeah, just like
Yeah.
nothing. Their eyes were open, but it was like nobody was home.
Wow. Did they have a history of abuse? Do you remember?
I don't know.
That would be interesting, wouldn't it? But I
We didn't
doubt
have,
it. Well,
I
I
didn't
can't
have
say
access
that.
to their charts. We didn't have access to their chart to see anything about them other than the one person we were assigned to work with, and that was after finished working with them.
You're right. Because when they put you in these places, sometimes you're not privy to their private information, but they'll still
Yeah.
put you with the person. I don't know if that's, I bet you it's still like that though, Nana Patty, because of all the HIPAA laws and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you it is because HIPAA,
But it's so strange because when we would work with medical patients, we could see theirs, you
isn't
know?
it funny? People have a distinction between mental problems and physical ones when they're all physical.
Mm-hmm.
They're all the same. I
Yeah.
used to say to young parents that were just in this, this is tell me what we just said because I lost it, but it was a good thing I wanted to say.
You're dealing with either all physical or you're dealing with mental and physical.
Right. Like I would say to the parents, this is all medical. It's physical.
Mm-hmm.
Your brain chemistry, the child's brain chemistry at the very least is not working properly.
Mm-hmm.
And we just don't know because 9 times out of 10, any brain studies came back normal. But clearly there were things that were really wrong. And it made people feel a little bit better knowing that it is, it's a physical problem. It's a medical issue. It's only behavior it's manifesting itself as behavior, but it's
Mm-hmm.
really all physical. And it's up to us to unlock the mystery of each person's story, to unravel
Mm-hmm.
it and make that not happen anymore.
Hopefully.
And you
The
would
goal.
I'd always like to walk through the door at least the first day and say to myself, what am I going to do to change this? How am I going to make this happen? How am I going to help this child out? Mostly they were children. And
Mm-hmm.
but I did have one other thing to add, and this is another topic that we could get into at another time. I found a lot of parents that would try vitamin supplementation to modify behavior. And it was never a really good idea. The outcomes usually were very, very poor.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not a lover of medications, but at least we have quantifiable substances that can be manipulated, and we know that they are standardized,
Mm-hmm.
except for brands, because sometimes brand matters in certain drugs. But that we know that when we give that child that medicine, we know how much is in it. We can't say the same thing for vitamin supplements. They say that they are copying certain things sometimes, but we don't know the strength of those things, and consistency from one supplement to another, even within
Right.
that same bottle or dosage. And you're playing a lot of times with fire. The only time I would ever do that is if we have a doctor who can show you, not just anecdotally, but through trials, clinical trial data, that supplement works. And we do have some of those that we know help, but
Mm-hmm.
you have to get them from a reputable source or something like that. Because I've had kids where the parents, like maybe the kid's on meds and they hate it, so they try a vitamin supplement, and then when that doesn't work, they try to go back to the original medication that at least helped a little bit, and it doesn't help the same the second time.
Wow.
So I like to put that out there, like little helpful
Mm-hmm.
hints like that for people. So
Mm-hmm. Melinda Freedom said, it's highly self-reported mental health disorder unless there is a close support system. So
yes,
basically going off of the patient's history, what they're telling you. And unless you have like spouse or parent or someone that sees this behavior and they can report it. And then also I wanted to say, Lucy Jane made the comment that she did see Jesus when she was young and he was real. She said, he told me I would have a very hard life to come to him and pray and to pray hard. And he was right.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
I think that's an incredible thing. And she's not the only person who's reported situations like that. Those are situations we could only dream about. And hopefully it, you know, I would love for
Yeah.
that to happen for everybody. And I believe she's saying the truth. I don't believe
Yeah.
it's her truth. I believe she really did see Jesus, because you know it when
Mhm.
that happens, you
Well,
know?
I've heard Jesus talk to me before.
Mm-hmm.
And, 2 times in my life I've heard him talk to me.
Yeah.
And both times he was right, what he was telling me.
Yeah. Hi, baby
Mhm.
girl.
It was
I
the
love
morning,
that. Was it when you needed him the most, or was it just an arbitrary occurrence?
arbitrary occurrence. It was
Maybe
it
that's
was
a good
one
way to
morning,
end it for tonight.
one morning
Tell
on
us
my way
that.
to work. I heard him say, "You're going to be in a wreck, but you're going to be okay." And I was like, "What? I'm going to be in a wreck?"
Are you serious?
I'm
Look at your
serious.
little girl. Look at her.
She's precious.
She is. She's your baby. She
Yes.
told you that? I don't think you ever told me this story.
Yeah, it was a man's voice. And I know it had to be Jesus. And you're going to be in a wreck, but you're going to be okay. Within 5 minutes, I was in a wreck.
Nana
I
Patty, blowing my mind.
It was raining, and I got on the interstate heading to work. And as soon as I got on the interstate, I had a blowout. My car veered over into the left lane, which normally would be packed with traffic because it was rush hour. There was nobody in that left lane. Then it veered back into the right lane and off into a ditch and started spinning around. And it ended up with the rear into a big, thick, heavy fence post. And that's what stopped me. And so it did a lot of damage to my car, but I was okay.
I
And
can't
the other
believe that.
time,
You've never shared that with me before. It's given me like the goosebumps in a good way.
yeah.
That
And
now,
another time,
what was the other time?
I was told I was going to be in a wreck. So both times it was me being put in danger. And this time it took 2 weeks for it to happen, but it happened. And I was rear-ended on my way to work, and I was okay. That time I didn't hear anything about whether or not I was going to be okay. Just that I was going to be in a wreck.
Wow.
And yeah, so both of them were telling me I was going to be in a wreck, and those are the only two wrecks I've ever had.
That's a beautiful thing. I mean, how many people could say that?
I know. And I wasn't scared, I guess, whenever the wreck started happening. It all happened so fast, but I wasn't scared. It was like I lost control of the car because we had a blowout and it was raining. And I think I may have hydroplaned along with it. And it was like boom, 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 boom. And
Unbelievable.
yeah,
I've never had a
yeah,
supernatural experience like that. I've only had where certain coincidences have happened to me in my life, especially when my son was sick. And even now, that I don't believe were just coincidences. And I feel his presence by what he does for me. Um, all the good things and the things that I need at that moment. And the message is very, very clear. So I feel lucky to have that much. He's never disappointed me. And of course it happens when I don't expect it at all. But
yeah,
I love that you shared that with us, you know?
yeah. Because I know that that's who it was
It has to
talking to
be.
me. He didn't say that. He didn't say who he was,
But you
but
felt
I
it.
know that. Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah,
Did somebody come in?
yeah.
I
Lisa H
did.
is here.
Hello.
Hi, Lisa H. We're just getting ready to wrap it up. Have you been listening?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got home like about a half an hour ago, and then
Oh,
I'm eating my pizza, my
oh,
Friday
you
night
gotta have your
pizza.
Friday night, right?
Hello, everyone in chat. I don't have it open, but hello.
So we
Mm-hmm.
were just talking about Nana Pat. Well, you were here, you're listening, but maybe that would be fun to listen to people. Like maybe next time we'll say,
Oh,
tell your story.
yeah,
You know,
right.
tell
Mm-hmm.
us these things. That let's have a dialogue about that. You know, Melinda. Said she was heading to work in broad daylight and had an overwhelming sense of dread. I was hit by a drunk driver in broad daylight at 2 p.m. Oh my God.
Wow.
Thank God you were okay.
Yeah.
And she also said there's a TED talk on YouTube and it's 13 minutes by Ellen Sachs. I highly recommend it as she speaks from a professional vantage point with schizophrenia. That's good because, like I said, as a behavior analyst, that's not my, I'm not an expert on the topics, but I've certainly had to
She's a
have treated
this
people,
this
kids
woman's
like
the
that. But
professor, Lisa.
what?
This woman's a Yale professor and she has schizophrenia.
Maybe we could watch that and get together again, or maybe we could do that and we could watch A Beautiful Mind together one
Yeah.
night. Let's try to do
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be fun. Like we need to develop our channel a little bit more and be kind of interesting. I think people
Yeah.
like that. So, and look at
And
what we learn about everybody else.
yeah.
Things we never
I,
knew before.
I had one other episode where I saw someone, and it was after my sister died, and it was before the other sister died. As you know, one died in June, the other in October, and it was before Janice died. And I came into my kitchen and I glanced down at the end of my bar, and I saw my sister, but I couldn't tell which sister it was. I couldn't tell if it was Joan or Janice. And at the time, I thought Janice had died, and I was seeing her.
Mm-hmm.
But then it wasn't Janice, so it had to have been Joan.
It was still
She
what I
just,
missed it.
I saw Joan, my sister Joan,
Okay.
standing at the end of my bar. And as soon as I saw her, she went away.
Oh, I hate when that
Yeah.
happens, when you're seeing
Mm-hmm.
a dearly departed family member and you're feeling it and then it's gone. I've had that
Yeah.
happen. Oh man,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure
Yeah.
that wasn't fun.
No, I was kind of sad, but it did scare me at first. I was like, who's standing at the end of my bar? But then I
Wow.
realized who it was. I knew it had to be one of them. And
Did
I
it bring you
thought at
comfort?
first,
Excuse me. Did it bring you comfort?
it did. Yeah. I
Good.
think she was telling me she's okay.
Right. And you were going through such a hard time at the time. She probably realized you needed that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. And
Wow.
I used to hear my mother every night at midnight. When she lived there, she would go in the kitchen every night, middle of the night, and look for a snack. You'd hear her looking in the fridge and the cabinet, wherever. Well, for the longest time after she passed away, I would hear her in the middle of the night in my
I
kitchen,
believe it. I believe it.
and my dogs would hear it. And the dogs, they would
Wow.
go on point, and their ears would go up, and they
Wow.
could hear it, but they didn't bark, they didn't growl, they just looked towards the kitchen. They just they didn't misbehave. And
Wow.
it was like they heard it too.
They say they're much more connected than we are to the spiritual world, and I wholeheartedly believe that.
Mm-hmm.
They're very perceptive.
Yeah.
And just the way they're perceptive about giving us what we need from them when we need it the most. They know it. They really do. And it's a beautiful thing to be able to have that, like unconditional love from just a beautiful little creature in your life, or even more than one, like, but they always say, and it's funny. Sometimes I see, especially Julian, looking around, like as if he sees something somewhere. And I'll say to him, who are you seeing? What are you doing right now? I think you see somebody. It just feels like they are. And then what about that phenomenon, like where when they look into your eyes, sometimes they're just really looking like into your soul, like you feel that, right? You don't even get that from another human, but there's a connection. What'd you say? What'd you say?
I said you're cutting out real bad.
Yeah, I had to plug myself in for a minute because I'm only on like 12%. So I'm just trying to keep myself
Okay.
going. But I think that this has been really, really fun and interesting. And
Mm-hmm.
I look forward to doing more in the future. And I'd like to also, Nana Patty and I have been talking about it, like we want to integrate some more fun activities too, like come up with a craft that we could all do together, or
We
maybe
want to do
doing
a cricket craft.
what?
He said we'd like the cricket craft.
Oh, and we talked about that today. Like we're both afraid of our crickets. So we thought maybe we could, Nana Patty and I could like familiarize ourselves with it and come up with some sort of easy project or something and do it
Okay.
like, like cricket boot camp or something to help us all get that are worried, like overwhelmed by the cricket, to really using it the way we should. So we're really trying to
Deb's got
come
a
up.
cricket.
What?
Deb has a cricket.
I know. And like, what are we doing with it? It's sitting there. I'm terrified of it. I admit it. But let's
I'm not.
do something
I'm
about
not
it.
anymore. I've been using mine.
I'm sorry. I'm still nervous about it.
You really can't mess anything up.
I
I
know you're
found out.
right. I'm intimidated. I'm easily intimidated.
I was
But
too.
and if anybody has any suggestions of what they want to do with us, let us know, and we'll integrate
Yeah.
those activities into what we're doing together so we can make it a little bit more fun around here. So
Yeah. Any ideas? Let us know.
this was
Um,
this was really good though. Even though we go serious, it's not so bad. Nana Patty, I'm
what was
sorry,
that?
but we
What
need to
was that?
what?
Something broke. What was that?
Oh no.
No, it was a vase.
Oh man. I don't care about the vase. I care about like if you miss one piece of glass, are you going to step on it?
Yeah, really.
Oh, Nana Patty, before we go, can I show you the hydrangeas?
Yeah,
Remember I
I'm gonna
wanted to
say a
show you?
prayer, and I'm gonna say a prayer before we go too. If
Okay,
anybody has any
This-
prayer requests, please write them in the chat.
I wanted you guys to see this so bad. Well, Gary loves hydrangeas, and we didn't get to plant any this year because of just being overwhelmed and busy and this and that, but he loves them. So I went out and I stole some from
Yeah?
a place where nobody cared if I stole them. Like it was in a parking lot, and it was like by the stop sign where you go out. Like nobody's gonna care.
Oh, it
So I
was
just
growing
stole.
wild.
Right. Sorry, I'm having trouble getting up these steps lately. Okay. So I stole like 4 or 5 branches,
Mhm.
and they look so pretty. And I put them right by your the diamond painting. Look at how pretty they look.
Oh, wow.
Don't they look beautiful?
They do.
And
Yeah.
this one is dried out.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's perfectly uh preserved. That like if you take it and cut the stem and you put it, this is what my experience is. You just put it on a
Mm-hmm.
paper towel. In a day or
Mm-hmm.
so, it looks like a completely intact one. Now the one in the back is in water, but I could already tell that like what it'll do is it'll start drying out on its own. It'll stop taking water and then stop, and then I'll put it in something like this. Lisa H gave me that. And it'll dry out completely. Now the ones in the back are in water too, but I have to keep them away from Nunu. That's why mostly why they're up there. But then I said, you know what? It's a perfect spot because look at the way they look with the diamond painting and everything.
Yeah, it
Easy.
looks
It
nice.
looks like he's looking at the flowers,
It
Mhm.
does.
and I love it so much. And then I stole this kind of curly looking coleus. See the
Mhm.
leaves?
Mm-hmm.
That was intriguing. I stole that from another place. And
You stole it.
yeah, listen, it's a cutting, right? It's a
Mm-hmm.
It
cutting.
was free. It was out on the side of the road.
Yeah. And then this is a date plant. 2 date plants that Kate gave me. Her
What kind
mother,
of date?
a date plant, like the dates that you eat.
Yeah.
So this is going to go in soil, but you guys, I'm baking my soil to get rid of any bugs in it. And but I got to tell you guys this. She sent me a picture of the original date plant that her mother planted from a seed.
Mhm.
It's gigantic.
Really?
And these were just 2 babies that came off of it. And I told her I want to put them in soil. But isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
You should
Mm-hmm.
see the size of this plant. It's ginormous. Her mother's got a real green thumb. This is also dried out. Look, totally dried out.
Yeah.
You would never know that. I just think they're beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
And Gary loves them, so I wanted him to have some hydrangeas before the season was over. So of course I robbed people and took them. And here's all my Legos. Everybody knows I love my Legos.
Yeah.
So I'm going to share that with everyone just on a happy note. Those are my I love Lucy and Ethel. That's my friend and I call each other Lucy and Ethel. And then the Queen, my pop figure, because I adore the Queen. And then there's a Hello Kitty thing. And then this is, my she shed, but everybody's seen that a million times. The room is a mess because I'm doing a reorg. But anyway, I wanted you guys to see the hydrangeas because they're gorgeous. And I wanted to let everybody know that if you want to try that, here's the thing though. I immersed them in a bucket of water for 4 days and rinsed them and rinsed them and rinsed them and rinsed them for literally 4 days before I put them in water. Nothing happened to them. They were fine, but I had to make sure there was no bugs in them at all.
Mhm.
So then I put them in the vases with with the water and everything. But you guys, like, to see that you could make a plant like from a date, one pit is phenomenal to me, that could be possible. And yet it happened. I was like, I can't believe your mom did this. I just can't believe it. And oh, here it is. I'm going to show it to you before we go. Look at this thing.
Wow,
It's in my parents' backyard.
that's crazy.
And it's not small. It's not small at all.
Mhm.
From
That's
one
nice.
date pit. I know. Crazy.
Wow.
She also gave me like one of the vines that she had, because I wanted some vines, but they're still soaking in the water. But I don't want to monopolize everything that
No,
we're
that's
talking about.
fine.
But I just thought it would be a fun way to end it off, and you could do your prayers.
Lucy J says she has the I Love Lucy Vita Veta Benjamin doll still in the box.
Yeah, I can't take them out of the box either. Like, they're such treasures, right? The Vita Vita
Mhm.
Benjamin is, oh my God. That was my favorite in the grapes.
Was that the Queen of England that you liked? Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and say the prayer so we can
Okay,
let
Nana
everybody get
Patty,
out of
let's
here.
do that. This has been really good. I hope people enjoyed it.
I do too. Very much. Let me find my prayer list.
Okay. Only put out 3 blooms this year, Melinda said. Yet friends post on Facebook their abundance. We haven't had luck with them either, but next year, I'm going to recruit my next door neighbor. She grows them in her yard and she's got a green thumb, and I'm going to take advantage of her next year. That's my
Yeah.
goal. So we'll see what happens, right?
They won't be
Yeah.
stealing them.
I don't have to steal them then.
Right. Okay, y'all ready?
I am.
Okay. Dear Heavenly Father, we come to you today with many thanks for everything that you do in our daily lives. Lord, you know what we need before we know what we need, and you're always there for us to talk to. You may not always answer us in the way we think, but we know you're there for us. Lord, I would like to ask for special prayer for Lisa D's mother-in-law. Jesus, she is making the transition to come home to you. And we just want to make sure that that is a peaceful and anxious-free transition home. Please, Lord, watch over her, take away any anxiety and fears. Just let that be a peaceful transition.
Yes.
Lord, I want to pray for the following people. You know their needs. Pussycat, Mary Hildebrandt, daughter Sydney, Diamond Lucidity's sister, Mimi, Aurora, Lisa D and her family, also Pam and her family, and Denise's mom, and Denise, Carol Clark's dog, Ginger, Ladybug Toes, Snow Lion, Lucy J, Teresa Green, Earthbound Spirit, Nancy M and her niece, Sandy Law's family, Lori C's mom, son, and sister-in-law, Gina, my grandson, Jackson, my brother-in-law, Kevin, Shannon and a family member. Help me, Rhonda and her sister, for health, and children for travel mercies. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Nana Patty, you always do such a good job. And
Thank you.
you always lift my spirits. I mean,
Oh, good.
well, they don't know much, maybe might not know much about us, but our friendship, but I really do feel like I wouldn't even really be here if it wasn't for Nana Patty. Because when I was at my sickest, I had nobody to help me to navigate that world that I had no idea that I'd be challenged with. And I just want to make sure everybody knows that Nana Patty is just such a faithful friend, and she's so humble, but she's a wonderful person, and I just want to say how grateful I am that we're friends.
Me too.
I'm
Thank
so
you.
grateful.
I'm
So,
happy to have Lisa and Deb and you in my life, and
yes.
it's awesome to have great friends.
Yeah, and I love to come in and I love to see Deb and Lisa as much as I possibly can, and whoever else comes in. But the fact is, like, I'm not always, I can't, like, I don't live the way I used to live. But when I come in, like, even just hearing Deb's voice,
Mm-hmm.
she just gives me so much comfort just to know she's there. Because
Yeah.
she has a heart of gold,
Mm-hmm.
She does.
and Lisa, you're so loyal, and
Mm-hmm.
like I said, I don't know what I would do. And I mean that in a physical and a psychological way, because my condition was so unstable then, and I didn't know what I was doing. And even now, Nana Patty will help me out. I know I could literally call her or text her or whatever at any time, day or night, and she will give me some answer to help me. You can't put a
Mm-hmm.
price on that. You know what I mean? You really can't.
No. Thank
And
you.
and I do, and I just want to make sure everybody understands that, and how much these close friendships really do mean to me. And
Mm-hmm. Me
generosity,
too.
people, that everyone's so generous and helpful. You just don't get that
Mm-hmm.
from anybody, you know?
Yeah.
So on that note, I just wanted to add that.
You know who's popped in here?
No,
Kristen Vita Civ is here.
don't even say it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, lovely lady. Thank you for
Mm-hmm.
coming. Aw,
Yep.
that's beautiful. Boy, she's been a really big support too. She's a lovely person. And of course, I'm Aurora and even Mimi, and when you really think about all the people that we've had in our lives together, such a good
Mm-hmm.
positive thing. And like, we don't have to talk to each other every day, but we know that
No.
person is always there and that they really care. Oh, look at this, Shannon M. Why didn't I
Hey,
see you
Shannon.
before this?
Hi, Shannon.
You
You
know,
sweetheart, you.
I forgot to mention Jackie in my prayers.
You know what?
And
I thought the
Christiane
same thing. She
and
really needs
Christiane.
us. She needs us right now. She really
Mm-hmm.
does. So
Yeah,
everybody
Jackie's
pray for
been really
Jackie.
sick.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't know if you guys know, but Jackie's been really sick with pneumonia and some other issues,
Mm-hmm.
health issues going on. So she really needs prayer. Christiane's really sick with respiratory stuff going on. And then her husband, I needed to pray for him too. Lord, please forgive me.
I'm sure he does, Nana Patty. And
Christiane's
remember, you've
husband,
been praying for Jackie for this whole time anyway.
mhm. And Christiane's husband goes in next week for a prostate biopsy
Oh, I didn't know
and
that.
and a PET scan. So it sounds to me like they're really thinking it's cancer.
Oh God, I
Otherwise,
hate that.
they wouldn't be jumping in and doing a PET scan already.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he's young.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
life is so tough. Uh,
Yeah,
you know.
lots
Oh,
of
It is.
people
I
going
want
through
to
it.
just share, like, before we go. I'm sorry, I keep thinking of things. Shannon M, I want you to see this. You gave me this years ago. Look,
What does it say?
it says Lisa for good luck with a heart, and it says Shannon M. So
Oh,
I just wanted you to see that, Shannon M. It's been up there since you gave it to me. It's always there. And
there's
you know
one
what
other
this
thing.
is?
Did
This is a
Lisa?
heart from Gary's chemo when he went through chemo. This was one of the stickers we had on the wall. So look, you're at
Oh,
the look how important that is, right? That you're with
yeah.
Gary's heart.
You know what? We forgot to open our packages too.
Oh my gosh, you're right. My battery's almost at 0 though.
Plug it in.
Hold on. Okay, I did it. All right, hold on. Yeah,
Okay.
that's a shamrock, Shannon M. Hold on. I have that right here, I think. I think I left it here.
Where's my package?
Oh my
Got
God,
smiley
Gary, there's no
faces.
soil in it. Where did I put the envelope? Why am I not seeing it? Hold on.
I'm opening mine.
Open yours first.
Okay,
Have it out. Oh, here it is.
if I can.
I got it.
Okay.
You open yours first. No, open mine second. I don't want to rip anything that's in it. Hang on a second. I can't open it like that. I'm gonna ruin it.
Lisa, you know, we were talking about doing that thing for Jackie.
Yes.
Me, Deb, and Lisa are on board, and she's
Okay.
home.
I was gonna ask you about it.
She's at home, so you can do it, send it to her house.
She went home?
Yeah,
I didn't know. That's a good sign, right?
That is good.
yeah. I
Thank
think
goodness.
she's at home.
Okay, let's do that.
Last
If
I
you'd like
heard.
me to do it, Nana Patty, I'll take the lead on that. It's up to you.
Yeah, yeah.
Me
And
too.
then I'll pay you when I get paid Wednesday.
All right, no problem. Sounds
You
good.
also need to tell me how much I owe you from Aurora.
Oh,
I haven't paid you for that either.
all right, whatever. I'll figure it out.
Look, I got markers. They're for the
Yay.
cricket.
Yay.
I've only had them for 90,000 years.
Yeah. Whoopee, I got new markers.
Yay. I hope you can do something interesting with them.
I'm gonna.
Maybe we could
I'm
take a
gonna.
deep dive into that at
Yes,
some
we
point.
are. We gotta practice.
So this is an envelope. And there's a piece of cardboard in it. Oh, what's this? Oh, this is so pretty. I love it. That's beautiful.
A moon?
Yes. I love it. I'm gonna put it on my bag.
Yeah.
My pink, my very pink bag.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's very cute. You know I
What
love
else?
cute things.
There's more in there, isn't there?
Let's see. No, I don't see anything else except this lovely piece of cardboard.
Oh, really? That
Yeah,
was it?
yeah.
Oh, wow. I can't
Maybe
believe I only mailed one thing.
what?
I can't believe I only mailed one thing.
I don't think there was anything else.
Was that from me?
It says Lisa Di Fiore. That's my name, and it's got your return address on it.
Okay. Hmm.
Yeah. You know
Did
what,
you
though,
get
Nana
this?
Patty? My memory has been terrible. So you might have mailed me something else, and I don't even remember it.
Did you get the stuff that you bought from me?
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, there is another one.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming back to me. Hold on.
Okay.
There is another one, Nana Patty. Hang on. I didn't open it either. Let me see. Hopefully I can find it. If not, we'll have to do it next time, but where the hell did I put it? Sorry, I hate saying that word.
Okay,
Well,
Lori.
let me go look inside because I would have put it inside. You know what I
And get a
wanted to
pen,
tell you?
get a pen and paper, Lisa, too.
What?
Get a piece of paper and a pen, because there's several people that want to go in on that, what we're getting Jackie.
Okay, that's good. I'm gonna do that. Hang on. Hang on.
Okay.
Let me go look in the other room. almost done, honey. Must be
Okay,
right. Hold on now, Patty, because it would be in here. I apologize for like my disorganization. I really am sorry, Aunt Patty. But I'm
huh?
honest with you that like, I'm struggling with my brain.
Oh, it's okay.
Is it? I know I have it, but I don't know where I put it. You put it in a
That's okay,
regular
Elise.
envelope, right?
Yeah, it probably would have been in an envelope.
I can't find it, I'm sorry.
Don't worry about it.
We'll have to do it next time because,
Yeah,
yeah. And I don't want to make Gary wait anymore because he's probably hungry.
yeah.
But,
Um,
I'm sorry. I wanted to tell you that I started putting those adorable, bird pins on different things that you gave me.
oh yeah,
Yeah. They look
cool.
really cute. So, but I'll have to show you next time because I know Shannon M, it's terrible. It's only been the last few weeks, but like the minute I think of something, it goes out of my mind, like instantly.
Mhm.
Maybe it's a side effect of one of my medicines because I take so many.
Maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to talk to the doctor about it.
Um, Shannon M wants to go in with us.
Let me write it down. By the way, this is, if
Okay.
you're ever interested in a great organization, go online. It's called NEGO, Never Ever Give Up.
Yeah,
You'll like what you see. They're a beautiful charity that does beautiful things.
cool.
Children under the name of their child. Also called the Jesse Reese Foundation. All right, so tell me the list of names.
It's Shannon M
Shannon.
and Lori
Write down
C.
Jackie. Jackie. Okay. Who
Lori
else?
C. Lori
Lori
C.
C. Lori. Oh, Lori. I can't spell either. Lori C. Go ahead.
And it'd be Deb.
Deb. Our Deb. Always our Deb.
Yeah.
Always giving.
And
I
Lisa
love you,
H.
Deb.
and me.
Nana Patty. I'm ready.
And I think that's it.
I'm just looking in my basket one last time in case, because I carry this basket around with like all my stuff. Maybe I put the envelope in here, but I don't see it. I don't know. I'm so overwhelmed with my health stuff right now.
Maybe you already opened it.
All right, who else? Anybody else?
No, that's it.
All right, sounds like a plan.
Mm-hmm. And I guess we'll say
Everyone.
goodbye to all these wonderful people.
Thank you for coming. I know you
Very
guys
much.
always bring so much love to my life, and I appreciate everybody so much. Here's kisses. You ready? Mwah. Goodbye, everyone.
And don't forget, Christine's going to go live tonight as long as she feels
Yeah.
like it.
I hope she's okay.
So I'll see you guys over there. And I love everybody.
Love you
And we'll see
guys.
you
See you
later.
later.
You won't see me probably because it's past my bedtime, but that's okay.